Hello. Today I'm going to be talking about the Doha Declaration on the TRIPS Agreement and Public Health. The Doha Declaration on the TRIPS Agreement and Public Health was adopted by the WTO Ministerial Conference of 2001 in Doha and was intended to promote access to medicines for all members. Historically, least developed countries have been disadvantaged by the fact that they do not have the manufacturing or financial capabilities to access medicines because of the prohibitive costs of patented medicines. Central to the Declaration is the identification of the conflict that exists between the rights of patent holders and the needs of nations that are incapable of manufacturing or purchasing such medicines to protect public health. The Declaration sought to address this conflict by affirming that members of the TRIPS shall be afforded flexibility in circumventing patent rights for better access to essential medicines. It is implicit within the Doha Declaration that differentiation in patent rules may be necessary in order to protect public health. The Declaration allows compulsory licenses to be issued in developed countries for the manufacture of patented drugs, provided that they are exported to certain countries, principally those on the UN's list of least developed countries and certain other countries having per capita incomes of less than $745. These licenses are generally issued when a national emergency or circumstance of extreme emergency has been declared, and each member has the right to determine what constitutes such an emergency. The Declaration recognized that public health crises such as HIV and AIDS, as well as malaria epidemics, represent such emergencies. The Declaration allows each member the flexibility to establish its own regime relating to the exhaustion of intellectual property rights without challenge, subject only to the MFN and national treatment provisions of Articles 3 and 4. This has been criticized as disadvantageous to developing countries, as developed countries are more likely prone to interpreting the Declaration in a manner that favors their own interests. The Declaration has also been criticized for using wording that is too ambiguous. This is perhaps a necessary price that was required in order to build consensus for the adoption. The Declaration also encourages developed country members to provide incentives to their enterprises and institutions in order to promote technology transfer to least developed countries. With all that said, it should be noted that the Declaration has no real specific legal status in the framework of WTO law. However, it has been argued that the Doha Declaration, given the context and mode of approval, is authoritative and sets a binding precedent for future panels and reports. In order to achieve the intended objective of promoting access to medicines, WTO members must take further legislative action to implement the Doha Declaration. In summary, the Declaration addresses real and urgent problems faced by developing countries and aimed to clarify the relationship between the TRIPS agreement and public health policies.